So CBD itself, how does it work? It works on the endocannabinoid system. So one of the lead researchers on the endocannabinoid system, he kind of summed it up by saying the endocannabinoid system lets us eat, sleep, relax, protect, and forget. And so it's all about homeostasis and keeping the body in balance. And do you guys kind of know what homeostasis is? So your body is constantly, it constantly has opposing factors, so like anti-inflammation and inflammation. And inflammation is good in certain circumstances because it, brings cytokines to the area and to help it heal and that kind of thing. And so sometimes you want inflammation, but you also want the inflammation to stop, and so you need the balance. And there's many things in our body that need that balance. And it's like a mobile, where if one thing is out of whack, it shifts everything. And so that's kind of how our body works. And in order to keep everything in homeostasis, we really need to, instead of focusing on target symptoms and just one problem at a time, we really need to focus on the overall picture. And that's kind of how CBD works, is it kind of works up here where it's regulating the entire system. So it's not a symptom control, it's a system control type mechanism. And so they've actually found over 60 different ways that CBD works in the body. So it's a little bit, it's not really clear cut, just one simple way that it works. And it works on, it doesn't work directly on the receptor, but it tells the body which neurotransmitters to release. So it basically helps regulate your neurotransmitters. And so it really plays an important role in inflammation, and especially inflammation in your nervous system and inflammation in your immune system. And the endocannabinoid system, basically there's three parts to it. There's the cannabinoid receptors, which are found throughout your body, the endogenous cannabinoids that we make ourselves, and then the metabolic enzymes that break down these cannabinoids. So cannabinoids are actually made on demand, and then they are broken down right away, so they don't hang out in our body. And we have cannabinoid receptors throughout our body. The CB1 is mostly in the brain and central nervous system, and then the CB2 is mostly in the periphery and in immune cells. So the CB2 is really important for the immune system and that balance of inflammation there. And then these endogenous cannabinoids are compounds that our body makes, and the two most common ones that have been studied the most are anandamide and 2-AG. And these are both present in mother's breast milk. They're also both thought to be part of the runner's high that you feel. And so anandamide is known as the bliss compound. You can get anandamide from meditation. That anandamide is released, and that's why it's known for that bliss feeling. Let's see. What else do I want to say about those? So our body makes our own, and then the phytocannabinoids would be these that are in the plants. And then there's also synthetic cannabinoids. So one example would be the drug Marinol, that's synthetic THC. And that's been on the market since 1985. And then if we're finding that the endocannabinoid system is really important in a lot of things, and modulating the endocannabinoid system can have an effect on a lot of different diseases that we know about. For example, MS, fibromyalgia, PTSD, depression, anxiety, various things. So we're finding that the endocannabinoid system is really important, and it wasn't discovered until the 90s, so we're still learning a lot about it, and it's not being taught in most medical schools right now. So that's why not a lot of medical professionals just aren't up on the cannabis research.